In case you haven't been properly introduced, this is my Floyd's Custom Shop M&P 2.0. More specifically, this is the Defiance cut with the additional cut for the RMR. I've also added Floyd's EDC Magwell. I've got the +6 mag extension. I've got the low profile mag base pad, and of course, the Apex flat face trigger. One of the questions that I get almost constantly when I post videos where the M&P makes a little appearance is, what color is that? Cerakote has that listed as E160, and that is the Elite Series Concrete. When it comes to carry guns, I like to use the Elite Series of Cerakote. It is quite a bit more durable than your standard H Series is. It's been nearly 2 years now since I did the Cerakote work on this pistol. And that is 2 years of nearly constant in and out of the holster, because this is kind of my go-to. The finish itself hasn't even begun to wear through. So pro tip, if you're going to have a pistol done in Cerakote, look through the Elite Series coatings. That is going to be your best bet for longevity. All right, let's talk about Floyd's. Floyd's is a family-owned and operated machine shop located deep in the heart of Idaho. Floyd's specializes in bringing you the highest quality upgrades for the M&P line of pistols. But that's not all that they do. They do have parts on their site for CZs and Walthers, some SIG stuff, and they do have some handguards for your ARs as well. Another question that comes up a lot is about lead times. Right now, as of today, their website shows 4 to 6 weeks turnaround time for slide work. Now you got to understand, lead times are going to vary. You see a lot of this in the industry these days. Holster manufacturers, for instance, you may go ahead and go look at a holster and their site says, I don't know, 4 weeks lead time. If you wait 4 weeks to put in an order, that 4 weeks may turn to 6 weeks. If you wait another week, it could be down to 2 weeks. You just never know. It depends on how busy they are. Now I bring up the lead times because lead times are way less important than the quality of work. Do you want it done right, or do you want it done right now? If you want it done right now, you may sacrifice a little bit on quality. But if you want it done right, you have to be prepared for it to potentially take a little bit of time. This holds true with nearly everything in life. Today, Floyd's is showing that their lead times are 4 to 6 weeks. Now, I can't guarantee that if you watch this video a month from now, those lead times aren't longer or shorter. Now, what I can guarantee is that the quality of work that you can expect to get from Floyd's, it's well worth whatever time it takes to be done, so be patient. Something I like to mention when I bring up Floyd's Custom Shop is the stellar customer service. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a company in this industry that provides better customer service than Floyd's does. They really do make you, the customer, feel like the most important thing in the world, like your family. Okay, let's get back to the M&P. The fitment for the RMR cut, absolute perfection, and the pricing is more than reasonable just to send the slide in to have just the RMR cut done. Actually, as far as pricing goes, I would say that everything that Floyd's does, every part and every service, it goes well beyond what they actually charge for it. I mean, let's take a closer look at this slide work. The machining is beautiful, it's precise, it's designed in a way that it adds personality, character, and elegance, but it doesn't sacrifice in the area that means the most, and that's performance. When you change the slide weight by machining away material, by adding serrations here or there, or cutting out windows, you really run the risk of not having a reliable weapon anymore. I can tell you that I have several thousand rounds through this M&P since I've gotten it back from Floyd's, and I haven't had a single issue this entire time. It has been so reliable over the last 2 years that 9 out of 10 times when I leave the house, this is the firearm that I choose to take with me. Now, I've played around with different spring weights and guide rods, and to be perfectly honest, I haven't seen any actual increase in performance by messing around with those. I actually found that the stock spring is the most reliable, so that's what I've ended up sticking with in my M&P. And I think I did mention already that I have added Floyd's Magwell to this M&P. How many of you like a Magwell on your concealed carry pistol? I'm all about it. Now, Floyd's Magwell adds a nice flared opening to help assist with those mag changes, and the, extension here where the pinky is, it gives you a nice little ledge to get the most positive grip possible out of it. Seriously, this Magwell makes all the bit of difference when it comes to how this gun handles. And if you're worried about concealability, don't be. The Magwell doesn't add that much size or shape to the gun itself. One of the things that I do have to mention though is that if you are going to add Floyd's Magwell to the M&P, you can't use these stock base pads on your mags anymore. They just don't fit. You will have to swap those base pads out for something else. You can go with either the low profile, the +6, or I believe there's a +2 mag extension as well. They have several different options on the site. Even if I wasn't putting Floyd's Magwell on the M&P, these base pads are amazing. They add a little bit of weight to the bottom side of the mag, but they also have this textured ledge which helps with stripping the mag out if there's ever an issue where it's jammed in the gun. They are quick and easy to install onto your mags, and I have found that they don't create any issues with reliability like some of the other ones that I've tried out. I can honestly say that this setup that you see right here, the M&P with the Floyd's cuts and the Magwell and the base pads and of course the Apex trigger, this to me is absolute perfection. As I've said before, the auto adjust RMR is trash. I am swapping this out soon, but that notwithstanding, this gun is as good as it gets. Now, I have a few pistols in my collection, and I've tested countless more pistols on top of that. No matter what guns I buy or test or borrow from friends, I always find myself going right back here to the Floyd's Custom M&P. The way it feels, the way it shoots, the way it looks, I really don't see a situation where I find anything that's going to suit me so well as to knock the Floyd's Custom M&P from my #1 spot for my concealed carry rotation. It has been 2 years now, and the love affair is still going strong. Now, I do have other guns like this 2011 here that are literally twice the price of the Floyd's Custom M&P. And you know what? It is sexy. It fits in my hand well. It shoots well. It's accurate. But it's no M&P. More importantly, it's no Floyd's Custom M&P. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop trying out other handguns. That just means that when I get a new handgun, when I test a new handgun, the bar has been set by the Floyd's Custom M&P. Everything that I shoot, that's what it gets compared to. Now, you might be on the fence about spending that kind of money, and believe me, I get it. This right here is just short of $500 worth of upgrades from Floyd's, and that doesn't include the Apex trigger, the RMR, or the Cerakote job. What I can tell you to help ease your mind is that there isn't a single part or upgrade that I ordered through Floyd's that isn't worth well over what they charge for it. If you aren't ready to take the plunge and send your slide in to have it worked on, at the absolute bare minimum, get yourself a Floyd's Custom Magwell and the base pads. Those upgrades will make a world of difference in how your gun handles, and it's something small enough to where if you don't like it, it's quick and easy enough to reverse it back to its stock configuration. Now, I do hope that this video has helped some of you make that decision to invest in a Floyd's Custom M&P. I know looking back, I couldn't be happier that I made the decision 2 years ago to do so. And believe me, this will not be the last Floyd's Custom work that you see here on this channel.